Beyond merely creating new opportunities for decentralized finance, institutional DeFi has the potential to revolutionize the XRP ledger. What happens when big institutional players who oversee trillions of dollars enter the DeFi space is what will really create a stir. Just think of what could be. Use cases that are driven by retail are no longer the only ones. It has to do with the major leagues promoting uptake and innovation. What impact will this have on the XRP ledger? It indicates enormous value creation and a proliferation of new use cases and an increase in the number of transactions passing over the network. Not to mention the ripple effect, a pun aimed at XRP, the gas token that powers it. Given that institutions that support the ecosystem, XRP's usefulness and demand may be greatly impacted. I'm here to explain everything that's happening at XRP Apex for you. I promise you won't want to miss the significant upgrades that Ripple CTO David Schwartz just released. Pour yourself a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's discuss what lies ahead. And don't forget that there is a ton of gold in the premium area. I, Tonogi and JD, and the entire team will share their insights with you. Let's get started and highlight some significant events. The XRP ledger made waves in the institutional defiance community back in February. What is currently active and what is planned? Plans to upgrade the XRP ledger's infrastructure to scale institutional defiance like never before were the main source of enthusiasm, notwithstanding the buzz about RWA, stablecoins, and other topics. Here's an interesting fact. XRP's integrated DEX wasn't simply ahead of its time. It was among the first in the industry, and its early tokenization capabilities set the stage for everything that is happening now. For example, let's go back to 2012. As we go forward to the present, we already know that the AMM is firmly established, opening up some interesting possibilities. Consider cross-chain swaps, arbitrage potential, tokenized RWA trading, and institutional liquidity provisioning. However, that is only the start. The XRP ledger is preparing for even more revolutionary applications. The scoop is as follows. We're examining batch transactions, account permissions, token escrow, and a permission DEX in Q2. With MPT DEX integration and single asset vault lending procedures, Q3 then takes things to the next level. The forthcoming MPT DEX integration and lending protocol is currently my main focus. This year, 2 innovative features are scheduled to debut on the XRP ledger. I must admit that I am ecstatic. Why? These advancements are revolutionary for tokenized assets since they directly relate to the MPT standard. By including necessary data requirements into the tokens themselves, it is intended to directly address the difficulties associated with tokenized assets. This is the thrilling part. By enabling the direct attachment of metadata to tokens, MPT opens up the amazing use cases and full potential of large-scale tokenization. Imagine smooth asset management with tokenized bonds, not to mention the lending process. This is going to be revolutionary. Passive income prospects will begin to soar there, in tandem with the expansion of institutional lending markets. Imagine a direct on-chain loan distribution system where banks, fintechs, and funds tokenize loans. The end result is a significant change in the way lending functions, together with the integration of stable coins and the tokenization of real-world assets, RWA, which creates loans supported by stable coins that are driven by compliance. You guessed it too. In this progression, RRUSD will undoubtedly take center stage. It's obvious that we need to keep an eye on what's coming next as the XRP ledger is getting ready for huge things. XRP Apex has a lot to unpack, and I'll get into that shortly. Let's start by discussing the institutional DeFi portal, which is a fascinating topic. Although there are little facts at this time, this is what we do know about being on a waitlist. According to Ripple's website, it is a platform that is currently under development and will assist financial institutions in moving their operations on the chain. This portal, which is powered by XRP and the XRP ledger, has the potential to revolutionize the market. Or why? In essence, Ripple is extending an invitation to institutions to utilize the potential of the XRP ledger. Impressive application cases include asset tokenization, XRP deposit and trade facilitation, and asset issuance simplification. The final point is that easy asset issuance has enormous promise for smoothly minting and distributing new assets. You have access to countless options, including tokenized assets, stable currency, and more. Additionally, we have everything we need for production and deployment, including the EVM to XRP ledger converter to ensure a smooth integration. That's not all though. Boost your institutional DeFi journey by collaborating with Ripple's reliable network of infrastructure partners. Everything is linked to the XRP ledger, which is what propels innovation and usefulness. I'm eager to see additional developments around this. As we begin to hear more announcements straight from Ripple, I have a sense that things will pick up speed. Let's explore some fascinating advancements for the time being, nevertheless. First off, the XRP ledger now officially has USDC active. Even though it was disclosed on the 12th, this is still a huge step forward. Therefore, it's hardly breaking news. Why? Because of this action, DeFi innovation will be accelerated and institutional adoption of the XRP ledger will be accelerated like never before. Dirkle recently made the announcement, and it's important to emphasize how important this is. Developers, companies, and users can now access the largest regulated stablecoin in the world thanks to the addition of native USDC to the XRP ledger. The options are infinite, ranging from enhancing cross-border capital efficiency to enabling worldwide transactions through enterprise payments. Additionally, market makers can use USDC to jumpstart liquidity for token pairs and foreign exchange flows, which significantly increases DeFi liquidity. USDC can now be integrated with financial apps, custodians, wallets, and fintech platforms, opening up quicker and more transparent settlement possibilities. Innovation in global finance, DeFi, and payments is being propelled by USDC, a reliable digital currency. USDC has further expanded its influence by becoming native on 22 blockchains after being added to the XRP ledger. But that's not all though. Let's examine the XRP ledger in greater detail. There are currently 5 stablecoins available and more will follow. This is revolutionary, driving exponential growth and opening up completely new use cases. These stablecoins are providing access to important markets, much like USDC speeds up DeFi and institutional adoption. Institutional finance, DeFi, and FX, not to mention that the FX market alone offers an incredible 7.5 trillion potential every day. Let's take a look at what David Schwartz has to say about innovation. There's still so much to discover. Here is a video that will make you think. Despite being only 58 seconds long, it is jam-packed with wisdom. In addition, I've prepared another video for this one, straight from Apex 2024. David Schwartz explores the factors he thinks will drive XRP's value in the upcoming years. Why XRP, if anyone asks? This is your response. On the XRP ledger, XRP has a special and potent place. Don't rely just on my word, take a look. Our first query, however, is about what exactly will be driving value to XRP, especially in the cross-border area. Yes, the question is visible on the screen for all of you. I believe that XRP's privileged position on the XRP ledger will be the main factor that keeps it in its pivotal role. The sole token in which transaction fees can be paid is XRP. It is the single token available to all accounts. When pathfinding, the payment engine always starts by searching for XRP liquidity, and the order book automatically bridges XRP due to order crossover. XRP liquidity is somewhat preferred over other forms of liquidity. Therefore, XRP will always hold a unique position on the XRP ledger as a kind of liquidity instrument. With the rapid expansion of institutional DeFi projects and the rise in stablecoin efforts debuting on the ledger, XRP is unquestionably the key to unlocking the full potential of the XRP ledger. There is no denying the momentum. In addition, the forthcoming institutional DeFi portal powered by XRP will enable companies to move on-chain with ease. Now consider this. Where might XRP be in a year? The potential is enormous. We're talking about 5 times the impact in terms of adoption and utility, in addition to price. The network, its ecology, the value it generates, and the sheer volume it is driving are all worth discussing. Did you hear David Schwartz's remarks at XRP Apex 2025, by the way? John Squire deserves special recognition for this.